All right, guys, let's try this again. Maybe this will work this time. Not sure. For whatever reason, had some problem with audio before. Hopefully, the audio is working right now, and we'll be able to see that in just a moment. So you guys are going to have to let me know if you can actually hear me or not. Once you come into the live stream, I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've done a live stream on YouTube. So we're good. All right. So Deepak Dio is saying the audio is good. So everybody else think the audio is good? Is everything good? I want to get this going. So let me know. Can you hear me much better? Blake, cool. Cool. Awesomeness. Look, as I was saying before, and you guys probably didn't hear me say this, but I am so super excited about doing In the Booth with Earl Hall once again for you guys. We're going to be every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, and that's 8 a.m. on the West Coast. And I'm going to be coming to you every Tuesday. I might add another day. I might add a Thursday, but I'm going to see how this goes first. Excuse me. Talking too fast and not breathing enough. Okay. What is this all going to be about here with In the Booth with Earl Hall? YouTube is going to be my place where I come to talk to and answer the questions for all the newbies, all the people that have been out there for a while. I'm going to get back into doing the thing that needs to be done. And here's something that's going to be pretty exciting for most of you doing this. You've probably heard me say, if you followed me for any length of time, you've heard me say, if you're not willing to put in the next 3 to 5 years to develop your voiceover career, you need to quit today. How many of you have heard me say that? Put it in chat. How many of you have actually heard me say, if you're not willing to put in the next 3 to 5 years to build your voiceover career, you need to quit today? You've heard me say that. All right. So for all of you that haven't heard me say it, now you've heard me say it. So this is the thing that I have discovered, and because of technology, because of the advances that are just going to grow exponentially with not only technology, but within the voiceover realm, within the voiceover career field. You've heard me say there's no barrier to entry anymore. You've heard me say, stop waiting for permission from others to be great. Stop waiting for permission from anything to be great. Go out and do the damn thing and get it done. Well, here's what I've been following these trends over the past 5 years in voiceover, and something is happening right now. Something is happening right now. And I firmly believe that those of you that are willing to do the work, that are willing to dig in and actually do the work, not just take courses, not just watch YouTube videos, not just watch Facebook Lives, but actually do the work that needs to be done in a very specific way. I believe you can do this in under 2 years. Pause for effect. I believe you can do this in under 2 years. As a matter of fact, in a couple of weeks, I'm not sure yet because I'm still working on my presentation, I'm going to be doing a free webinar. It's going to be free because I feel like this information needs to get out and no one is talking about it. Not in our field, not in voiceover. They're not talking about it. And one of the things that I've been so blessed to be able to do over the past 2-3 years that I've been doing videos on YouTube and live streams and starting steps to voiceover success and all of that is that I have looked at people outside of the voiceover community to really draw and get my information from because it's so valid. The voiceover career field is, you guys know how this is. You guys know how this is. If you don't do it this way, you're not really a voice actor. If you don't go to this site, and if you work on this site, you're not a voice actor. You're cheapening the genre. You know, you're not doing it right if you don't have, you know, a Sennheiser or a TLM 103. You're not doing it right unless you're using Adobe Audition exclusively. It's like there's all these stupid ass rules that are out here about how we're supposed to build our business, and we're getting this information from folks that have no investment in what it is that you're doing. I've said some radical things and I will continue to say some radical things, but the things that I say actually work. And the people that actually use my services and actually use my coaching and things of that nature, they know that it works. It's all about you being able to dig in. So as I'm bringing back In the Booth with Earl Hall to you guys, it's going to be a lot fancier than this. You're just looking at me on a camera. I've got some stuff coming. I want this thing to look polished and all that other kind of stuff, but still working on it. But the show must go on. It's like you've heard me say, or you may have heard me say, done is better than perfect. I don't need fancy stuff to give you my message. I don't need fancy stuff in order to communicate to you what I'm trying to communicate to you, but it does look good with that. So you guys are getting the rough, raw background of my studio here. You see my whisper room there in the background and da-da-da-da-da-da. But that's all, fine and good and impressive. But let me just tell you something. There are folks that have what I have and more and still aren't making dick when it comes to money. They still aren't making money because they're not willing to let go of the past and use futuristic marketing tactics and techniques that go along with the technological age that we're living in right now. And this is what In the Booth is going to be all about. I want to make sure if any of this is making sense to you, give me the thumbs up or something, a thumbs down. I don't care. But if you are subscribed to the channel, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you do subscribe and also make sure that you tick the bell so that you know when I go live. There may be times, even though I say I'm coming on every Tuesday, I might pop on here at any time. And you might miss something or miss an opportunity to go ahead and ask me a question. And as I'm sitting here talking, if you've got questions in here, go ahead and pop those questions in. By the time I come back on live with you guys next week, I'm going to have a web page set up. I'm going to have some things set up so that you guys can go to it and ask questions. And those questions will be a part of the content that I continue to produce to you guys live. I say, even for the people that are in voiceover domination, some of you may be in that program, some of you may not. If you are. So some of the people what I'm telling the people in voiceover domination, which is my lowest level paid coaching program that I have, and I do 3 live streams a week for them, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I come on and ask questions. And the thing that I say is like, look, you've got to come to me with a question. You've got to come to me with something that you are stuck on or that you need some help with, because if I don't know what you want to know, I don't know what you want to know. I don't know what you're having struggling with. And I want these videos that I'm producing right here on YouTube to be impactful to the point, because they're answering the questions you want answers to. There is no stupid question. Let me say that. Let me talk to you newbies here for a minute, because I'm going to tell you something. So just the newbies, listen. You guys that have been in, you're making money, don't listen, just tune out. Newbies, this is for you. If you have been in voiceover for less than 3 months, less than 6 months, less than a year, and you're stuck, you're struggling, you don't know what it is to do, let me just tell you, this broadcast, I'm going to answer your questions so that you can get unstuck. This broadcast is going to answer the questions so that you can probably go leaps and bounds ahead of the folks that have been in for 5 years or more. I'm not even kidding. I just did a broadcast. I have a company. It's called Align With Your Purpose. It's at alignwithyourpurpose.co. And I deal with people really tuning into who it is that they are and operating within their strengths and all that other kind of stuff. And one of the things that I said is that I firmly believe at this point in the age that we live in, the technological age that we're in, that you can build a substantial business within 2 years. I see the handwriting on the wall. And those folks that are looking to do things above and beyond what it is that everyone else has done, it's time to do this thing. Let me tell you what one of my students and one of my now coaches, I have another coach that's on Steps to Voiceover Success. His name is Anthony Pica. Let me just tell you something that this guy said. And Anthony is a great coach. He's an outstanding voice actor. And I love his live streams that he does in our group for Steps to Voiceover Success. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, just look it up, Steps to Voiceover Success. Best Facebook group for voiceover out there. Hands down, period. I don't care what you say. Now, He came on and did a live stream, and I don't know if Anthony's on right now because I really want to give him his props because this meant a lot to me as someone that's been in voiceover for so long. I want to see put in the chat who's a member of voices.com or voices123. I just want to know because this is really for you. Voices.com or voices123. If you're a member of that, if you're a paying, not just you got a profile, you're a paying member on either voices.com or voices123. Just put it in chat. I am. Yes, I am. Whatever. I want to see the folks. Come on, put it in there quick so I can see this thing because I got to tell you this. Okay. Not paying just, okay, David. Yeah, you're not a guy. Okay, you're not the one. The people that are paying. I mean, the paying folks, because this is all that matters. If you're not a paying, and let me just tell you this while we're waiting for people to type in stuff. If you're not a paying member on voices.com or voices123, it is doing you absolutely no good. They're not promoting you. They're not doing anything. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. You having a profile there means nothing. Nothing. Because they're there to make money. Do you really think they want to help you make money and you're not paying them? No. All right. So here's the thing. So Anthony came on. He did a live stream. Thanks, guys, for putting that in the chat for me. Anthony came on and did a live stream, and he was talking about applying for this gig at voices.com. I believe it was voices.com. Now, we've all been trained. Those of us that have been on voices.com or voices123, the two main pay-to-plays that are out there, we've been trained in a certain way to approach how we write out our proposals, and you want to add this and you want to have that, and all this and that. You got to write it out, how much you charge and all this. You can watch videos on this bull crap, right? You can see on their own what do they call FAQs on these two sites. You can see how it is we're supposed to write our proposals, right? Anthony went completely left, completely outside of the box, ignored everything that was said because he was busy actually doing voiceover work. And he went completely against the grain. He went completely outside of the box. As a matter of fact, he created his own freaking box by doing this. Anthony, by the way, has a webinar on how he made over 20 grand last year on Fiverr, of all things. And you can pick that up at stepstovoiceoversuccess.com. Awesome thing. People have been raving about this webinar that he did, and you can go pick it up. stepstovoiceoversuccess.com. Get Anthony's video that he did because it's fire. So Anthony goes on, and instead of, you can even on these sites make a template with your proposal, and it's all nice and professional and neat and all that kind of stuff, right? Anthony wrote a sentence. Hey, send me over your file. I'll have it done for you within the hour. He booked the freaking job because he spoke to a point that was the only thing that the client cared about, which was getting the file done now. This is what these live streams for In the Booth with Earl Hall are going to be about. Going outside of the box. I can't show you how to get out of the box unless you ask me the question. You're also going to get a whole lot. If you're not a member of Steps to Voiceover Success Facebook group, you're freaking insane, because there are not only coaches like me there's Anthony Pica, there's Will Stoff, there's Leela, there's other people that are producing live streams, helping you every freaking day and answering every freaking question you can imagine, no matter how basic you think it is and no matter how involved you think it is. Now, if you're going to go over and try and join Steps to Voiceover Success Facebook group, there's a cost of entry. Answer 3 stupid questions. If you don't answer the questions, my admins are not going to let you in the group. All you have to do is answer the 3 questions, and they're basic. How long have you been in voiceover? Have you ever had voiceover coaching? What's your biggest struggle in voiceover? Those are the 3 questions. Answer the stupid questions. Don't try and join and think you're going to get in if you don't answer the questions. You're not. So go over to Facebook, look up Steps to Voiceover Success. In this live stream right now, who's a member of the Facebook group? Put it in. I'm a member. I want to see it in comments. I'm a member. I'm a member. Put it in the comments. It is something that you can go to each and every day. New, fresh content. Always, always, always. Help is there for you. Always. It is the best Facebook group. Hey, Ernest, thank you so much for being a member. Appreciate that. Let's see. David is answering the questions now. Awesomeness. Thank you, David, for becoming a member. My admin will let you in as soon as you are up and running productions as a member. Rodney Dean is a member. Thank you so much. Look, in 2019, I'm going to be trying to give you the best that I can give you, which I always do. But this is going deeper. You guys and ladies and gentlemen that have been in voiceover for over a year and haven't made it yet, there's some decisions you're going to have to make. There are some decisions you're going to have to make. There is some self-awareness you're going to have to take stock in with all of this. But the thing that I can tell you above and beyond anything else is that those that dig in and do the work are going to win. The age that we're in, the technological age. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Maxwell. Hey, Andrea's in the house. Rodney, Big Hemp and TV. The technological age that we live in right now, it has never been better than it is right now. And it is only going to get better. If you've got problems with technology or using technology, learn the stuff. You're on YouTube. If you don't know how to do something, anything you don't know how to do from a technical standpoint, I don't care if it's how this microphone works, how that booth works, how to do compression, whatever, it's all on YouTube. There are no excuses for not knowing. But the thing that so many people get wrapped up in is they try and do all the things at one time. I'm going to be doing a free webinar. Absolutely free. I don't know when yet because I'm still putting it together. It's going to be in the next couple of weeks. A free webinar. And we're going to be talking about how you can build your voiceover career in less than 2 years. And I'm dead freaking serious about it. We live in an age where there are no more excuses. There just aren't. So look, I want to thank everyone for tuning in for the last 20 minutes. Thank you for watching me here, and thank you for coming back, even though I had an issue with my sound before when I tried to go live. But I've been live for 17 minutes now. It's telling me I've been live for 16 minutes, 53 seconds. All right. But what I'll do is, since I've been on only 17 minutes, I'll stay for 20. If any of you have a question you would like for me to answer, go ahead and type it into chat. Excuse me. And we can do that. Dragon is saying, I did an audition for a show called Wasteland for a character named Yuma about a few months ago, and I still don't know if I got the part because the person that's making the show is doing something. Well, I don't know what they're doing, but here's the thing. I've said this before, and you're going to hear me talk about this more and more again. When you do an audition or you send out an email or you make an initial contact or someone tells you they're going to use you for something, stop looking like a freaking beggar going back to them. Hey, I just wanted to check in to see if, stop the checking in. The checking in, they haven't forgotten. They have not forgotten. Whoever promised you that they were going to do something with you, they have not forgotten that they told you that. If they have not contacted you again, it's because they're not ready. They're not ready. So stop waiting on them. Go get another client. Go out there and do some more auditions. Because as long as you're holding that thought in your head, well, they haven't contacted me back. Forget them. Please move on to the next thing. So many voice actors are living in frustration because they're waiting for someone to contact them back from 4 or 5 months ago. Forget it. They're doing something else. They've moved on. You move on. Move on. If you're still waiting for old stuff, you're doing this wrong. It's got to be about the forward momentum and going out there and getting it. Can I get a script wrote for me? How much? Up and Running Productions is saying, I don't know. I don't do that. I'm not writing scripts anymore. And I'm not sure what you mean by script. I'm assuming you mean for a demo. I don't even do demos for people anymore. Stopped it. Don't even do it. I could give you a whole litany of reasons why, but the main reason is that folks aren't ready to do demos when they think they are, in my opinion. Now, that's me. Don't let me stop you either. If you feel like you're ready to do something, you go do it. When I say stop waiting for permission from others to be great, it's including me. Don't let me stop you. You go get it and you go do it. I'll call it YouTube University. Okay, what is the Facebook voiceover page? It is Steps to Voiceover Success. That's the page. Steps to a group, rather. It's a group. I do have a page, but you want to join the group for Steps to Voiceover Success on Facebook. When are you going back to NS1, vocals, and deep breath? I've got it. I've got videos done on it. If you've got some questions about it, we can talk about it. When you've got the question, specific question, please don't ask me a broad question. Please don't ask me something very specific. How do I do this or whatever? How can I approach potential clients that have never heard of me before or might not know if they need voiceover? Should I browse the yellow pages, email? Why would you approach someone that doesn't know if they need voiceover? That seems like a very uphill battle. Not only do you have to sell your voiceover, you have to convince them that they even need voiceover. Please don't do that. And when you're talking about how do I approach potential clients, that question right there, I believe you already know. I believe, what's the name? David. I believe you already know the answer to that question. You've either got to engage them on social media or you've got to send them direct emails. There's no magic pill here. And this is one of the things that I talk about so much is that you just have to do the work. And so many people, like, for instance, I just answered the question, find out who the person is, need to contact them and email them or send them a DM or something like that on social media. You guys are terrified to do that. You guys are terrified in many cases, especially the newbie. And I get it and I understand it. But please believe me, as I'm talking to you, as forceful as I'm talking to you, it's so that you will break out of the mold that everyone else has been in, which is scared to just make a phone call, to just do that. We're going to engage and get into more of this as well as the weeks go on. Should I browse yellow pages? I mean, yellow. Why would you? Who has a yellow? I don't have a yellow pages in my house. Who has a yellow pages? We have Google. We have YouTube. We have Instagram. We have Facebook. This is what I'm talking about. The technological age that we live in. Oh, okay, guys. This is going to be a long year because I'm going to be going in. And please don't be offended. My hardness, or what seems to be, it could even be taken as meanness, but what it is actually love. I want you to stop the madness. I want you to stop the madness and get into the things that are actually going to help you build your business. And if you're willing to do those things, you're going to win. The first thing you have to get over is your fear. Actually, the first thing you have to understand is you. How do you work? How do you operate? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Let's see. BDoggy45, with the voiceover knowledge you have now of the current state of the industry, what college major would you say help with a VO business if you choose one? I don't have a college to suggest. I don't even have a course to suggest in school that you would take. There is no voice acting school. There are people that have gone, actors, you can go do improv. Some people say that helps. Go take an improv class to help you with certain things. People have gone to acting school to learn how to act, but that's not the bulk of the people that are in the voiceover industry that have made it that way. It is you digging in. Everything that you need to know is on YouTube. Everything. From how to answer every question that you guys are going to ask about how to do voiceover, about marketing a business. Don't look up YouTube videos from voice actors, please. Please don't look up anything in the voiceover industry on how to build a business. Don't. Just look up how to market on Facebook, how to market on the internet, and do that and learn that way. Because there are still people teaching things that are 10, 20 years old that make absolutely no freaking sense. And in 2019, the game has changed since 2017. The game is different now, and it will continue to get different. And when you get stuck in a mode of just doing the old stuff, people are going to pass you by. That's why I'm excited about the newbies right now, because the newbies are in a perfect position to pass by folks that have been in 5, 10, 20 years. They're in a perfect position because they're in a perfect position if they're not listening to the old shit that's been said. This is new. What's the old shit that's been said that I've been talking about? Sending postcards, trying to get more and more agents. What else? Not being on Fiverr, paying attention to people saying if you're on Fiverr, you're not a good voice actor. That's bull crap. Any pay to play, any freelance site, whether it's Fiverr, whether it's People Per Hour, whether it's Upwork, whether it's freelancer.com, they're all valid because that's where your audience is looking for you. You have to go and be where the people are that are looking for you, and they're on those platforms. All right. Shoot my shot. Gotcha. Yeah, newbie here. Thank you for the force. It's indeed scary, and I appreciate your. Oh, you want me to send you an invoice? You wrote the word invoice. David. All right. Your advice. Okay. Well, you want to change it now. You don't. Awesomeness. Just kidding with you, David. Thanks so much. I appreciate you, guy. I appreciate you so much. And I appreciate all of you. 2019 is going to be something, it's already becoming amazing for me. And I believe it's going to become even more and more amazing for you as well. I'm going to ask everyone, if this video has meant anything to you, please share it somewhere. Please make a comment on the video. Even if you made a comment in the chat, let people know what it is that we're doing here at In the Booth with Earl Hall and what's coming and why they need to participate, especially the newbies. And especially the newbies, you want to make sure that you join that Facebook group for Steps to Voiceover Success. Look, I'm going to see you guys next week, Tuesday. Thank you for being here with me today. And 2019 is going to be amazing. I'll see you then. Take care.